Hey, good evening, everyone from the USA, all over the world, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka Lonely Nomad, Gregonator, the unstoppable independent podcaster, YouTuber, host with the most, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And you are now tuning in and rocking with the 116th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. And we got a jam packed show, fun for you today. Crazy, wild, crazy, fun show for you today. All right. Um, Now, if you guys don't know, we are live and direct from YouTube, StreamYard, and also alongside of myself is the Instagram live feed, which is the live stream of Instagram Live. Make sure you turn your notifications on Instagram on all the shows, pages, and myself, so you won't miss a beat. So there you go. Now, you guys are new listeners and new watchers in the YouTube universe, and you missed any previous episodes. Don't worry. Welcome to the show. I got you back. Look, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel G Money Stacks 555, where you can see all the live episodes on the YouTube channel. Make sure you click the noti bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes on the air via live stream. Leave a like and a comment. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Don't forget to rate. Also share the videos, share the episodes, tell a friend to another friend, and I'll get to the rest of the audio streaming platforms on the go at the end of the show, right? Um now I'm gonna actually oh hold up. What's up, Yoshi? How are you? Anyway, let's I'm gonna get to it right now. So let's get started right now. Sorry for being late. Had to had to do something with my left shoulder. I accidentally injured it, so you know what I mean. But I'm here now, so you know what I mean. Now, what we're gonna do is hold on a sec. Okay, all right, a little mental health check-in. As far as how I'm feeling mentally, physically, and spiritually, mentally I am all right. Physically, I'm a little sore and injured with my left shoulder, but hopefully I'm gonna get some rest before payday this Friday. So you know what I mean. So let me. So physically, yeah, physically, I just said that. Spiritually, I'm okay for the most part. So um, by the way, you don't have to wait every year for Mental Health Awareness Month so you can reach out to people. It's all about following your instincts, your mind, your soul, and your heart. All right. And like I always say, be sure you reach out to your loved ones, especially your husbands, your wives, your girlfriends, boyfriends, friends, because you never know what they might be going through, especially with the whole thing with the suicide rate that's going up and stuff. So you want to try your best to be there for for that individual. You know what I'm saying? Um, and from there is no good time to reach out to somebody. All right, you know what I mean? Um, you just Yeah, like I said, just go with your instincts, do the best you can. And from there, that person might appreciate you for taking a risk on reaching out and stuff. So that's pretty much what this is. Um anyway, our first topic has to do with, hold on. Let's get to this another segment right here. And that was your mental health check-in. Uh let's get to the mental let's get to this chatting on the jazz segment here. And this is pertaining to not just the trending topics, but the particular stories that don't get any recognition and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Um First topic has to do with the amount of has to do with New York workers, right? Um Now for those of you who may not know what's going on here, um yeah, 4,000 people could end up losing their jobs and not showing proof of vaccination, which is which is getting out of hand right now, man. About 4,000 New York City municipal workers are facing termination um Friday, this past Friday actually, for not being vaccinated against COVID-19. Less than 100 less than 1% of the city's workforce will lose their jobs if they don't show proof of vaccination, potentially the country's largest workforce reduction linked to COVID vaccines. Um, the 4,000 employees include 3,000 workers who are on unpaid leave and 1,000 new workers who were hired after August the 2nd, 2021, who were told they had to be vaccinated as a condition of employment. There's more to the story. I want them to stay. I want them to be employees of the city, but they have to follow the rules that were made before my administration, Mayor Eric Adams said during a press conference Thursday. We have to be very clear. People have to be vaccinated if they are a New York City employee. Everyone understood that, and we have to follow that. The mandate was first announced in October 2021 by then New York City former Mayor Bill de Blasio, um, for roughly 370,000 city employees, including off- police officers, firefighters, corrections um, officers, and teachers to either be vaccinated by the end of the month or be placed on unpaid leave. When the mandate was first announced, about 84% had received at least one dose, according to City Hall, which rose to 95% by January. Several exemptions have also been granted. The unpaid workers must submit proof of their first dose by days and then have 45 days to receive a second dose. The new workers, on the other hand, submitted proof of an initial dose when they were hired and now must show they've completed their vaccine series. Adams said some workers who were facing termination have since submitted their proof of vaccination, so it's not clear how many employees will be fired. During the press conference, Adams stressed that any workers who have not yet been vaccinated weren't being fired, but are rather quitting on the city. Um, we are not firing them. People are quitting, he said. The responsibility is clear. We said it. If you were hired, if you get this job, you have to be vaccinated. If you are not following the rules, you are making that decision. You are making the decision that you are not going to follow the rules of getting vaccinated, and that is a decision they are making. Hundreds of workers protested the mandate earlier this week, marching across the Brooklyn Bridge. Jeez. Additionally, a religious rights group filed a lawsuit in Brooklyn federal court Thursday on behalf of unvaccinated city workers, claiming the mandate violates their religious and constitutional rights. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. The plaintiffs, which includes firefighters, a corrections officer, a sanitation worker, a social worker, and a police officer, say the mandate is openly discriminatory against people with personally held religious beliefs or unorthodox religious beliefs. Look, hey, listen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And I said this numerous of times. Regardless of what company you work for in Manhattan or whatever, look, it's gonna be some challenges, and it's gonna be very hard to actually win lawsuits, okay? It's not the company that's doing the mandates, the city. But you know what though? This airborne disease ain't going away anytime soon. So, it is what it is. I'm not gonna just be on the bandwagon of all these protesters who think that overturning a mandate is going to actually do any good. Because if you take off the mandate, right? What happens if one person ends up with a dangerous disease, and then next thing you know, terrorism happens. You know what I'm saying? With all the harm to all the people, especially in New York. Like, we can't have another terrorism again. We cannot. You know what I'm saying? Um so yeah, that's just my thing, man. And to Yoshi's question, I am doing all right so far. You know what I'm saying? Just managing. So listen, we're gonna go to the next topic right here, man. I'm not gonna stay on this shit for too long. Um, okay. I ain't gonna. We need to talk about the amounts of potholes. Yes. So recently, because of the nor'easter of the 16 to 18 inches of snow, the icy conditions of the streets is causing potholes. So here's the story. So Governor Kathy Hochul has seen a pothole or two in her travels around the state, and she's looking to invest $1 billion over the next 5 years to help curb their proliferation in New York. New York State County Highway Superintendents Association President Andy Avery discusses what the proposed commitment can mean for the condition of the roads in New York, and talks about additional state funding for local streets and bridges. Hmm. Well, well, hopefully it should be more to the story. Yeah, it's gotta be so. Wait a minute. New York ranks the 10th for the worst pothole in New York. Wow. Let's take a look here. A new report by Quote Wizard shows that New York ranks among states with the worst potholes. New York ranks 10th in the United States. Quote Wizard used Google search data for pothole related complaints and repairs for each state going back to 2004. Washington, Indiana, and Michigan were found to have the worst potholes. Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey are also among the top 12. The report also shows the cities with the worst potholes. Among the Northeast cities, Burlington, Vermont ranks 6th, and Springfield, Massachusetts ranks 8th. According to the according to AAA, U.S. drivers spend nearly $3 billion a year fixing damage caused by potholes. Potholes could damage your car by popping a tire, damaging your wheel rims, ruining the engine or exhaust pipe system, um, throwing off your alignment, ruining your car's shocks and struts. AAA says the average repair bill due to pothole damage is around $306. In 64% of cases, the repair bill is $250 or less. Only 6% of incidents result in the repair bill being over $1,000. According to the report, here are some ways you can protect your car from potholes. Make sure your tires are properly inflated to minimize pothole damage. Make sure your tread grooves are deep enough too. If not, you should buy new tires. If avoiding a pothole isn't possible, slow down, keep your foot off off the brake off the brake pedal, and try to straighten the steering wheel before impact. Wow. So these are some key suggestions right here. All right. Now on to our next topic. The next one has to do with, of course, the next one has to do with, hang on a second. All right, we'll talk Roddy Rich for a sec. Then we'll talk Rick Ross. All right. So Roddy Rich has pulled out of his scheduled musical guest slot on the season premiere of Saturday Night Live this weekend and been replaced by the Jack Anton Awful band Bleachers. According to an announcement from NBC, a rep for the rapper confirmed that the change is due to COVID exposure on his team. The announcement came just 6 days after the lineup for the show was announced. Rich is the third musical guest to pull out of a performance on the show due to COVID related reasons, all of which vary. In October of 2020, Morgan Wallen's scheduled appearance was canceled by the show after photos emerged. Um, y- wait, after photos. Wait, hold on. Yeah, after photos emerged on social media of him breaking protocol just days before the show by socializing in Alabama without a mask at a crowded bar and a house party. He posted an apology soon later, saying he respected the show's decision and noted that although he had not tested positive, my actions from this past weekend were pretty short sighted and have obviously affected my long term goals and my dreams, he said. The show rescheduled his appearance for several weeks later. For the final show of 2021 season in December, um Charlie XCX's scheduled performance was called off as the Omicron variant reached alarming levels in New York, and SNL was forced to stage a dramatically scaled down version of the show they had prepared with a bare bones staff and just two cast members. That announcement was made just hours before the show was to begin. Charlie, who was to perform with Caroline Polachek and Christine and the Queens, posted on social media. Hi everyone. Due to the limited crew at tonight's taping of SNL, my musical performances will no longer be able to go ahead. Charlie XCX wrote on Instagram. I am devastated and heartbroken. Myself, Caroline, Christine, and all our crews and teams have worked so hard all week alongside the SNL team to bring the most amazing musical performance to life. Yeah, that's gotta suck, man. Yep. That's gonna suck though, man. Let's see. What really sucks is what Donald Glover and had to deal with a certain hater. Okay, this is crazy. So Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, um, rarely posts anything on Twitter. So when he does speak, he really has something to say to people. Actor rapper, also known as Childish Gambino, sent a tweet on Wednesday, January 12th, urging haters to tell him directly how they feel in 2022. In short, he wants all the smoke. Please at me this year if you talk shit on me, he wrote, leaving it as the only tweet on his account. Donald Glover is likely feeling confident about the next season of his Atlanta series, which has previously earned multiple Golden Globe wins. The third season is set to air on March 24th, having been delayed due to the COVID-19 slamdemic. Co-stars Lakeith Stainfield, Zazie Beetz, and Brian Tyree Henry are set to return with a fourth season already picked up by FX. Under his Childish Gambino name, Donald Glover's last album, 3.15.20, was released in March 2020, peaking at number 13 on the Billboard 200 chart with features from the likes of 21 Savage and Ariana Grande. Although he announced it would be his last album, Glover later revealed he had another project in the works. Last music project was probably my best, he said in November 2020, but the one coming will be my biggest by far. Listen to new ancient strings outside. There is a lot of magic coming. Y'all thought I was hot in 2018. In May last year, Donald Glover made headlines after claiming TV and movies were getting boring because of cancel culture. Saw people on here having a discussion about how tired they were of reviewing boring stuff, which is TV and film. He said on Twitter at the time, we're getting boring stuff and not even experimental mistakes because people are afraid of getting canceled. So they feel like they can only experiment with aesthetic also because um some of them know they are not that good. Well, let's hope the third season doesn't really get pushed back again. Yeah, let's hope not. Speaking of hope, we gotta talk about Rick Ross, man. There's two stories that we need to talk about here. So here's what's going on here, and this is according to double XL mag.com. Um Rick Ross admits he didn't understand math in school and still hasn't learned multiplication to this day. Wait, what? In an interview, in a video interview with Afrotech, which was posted on the outlet's Instagram account on September 10th, 2021, but flew under the radar and is now going viral. The Miami boss admitted he wasn't good with multiplication and hid that he didn't know didn't know the answers. I was a comedian. I had a good sense of humor, he shared. I was the funny dude and all that. And I don't think just because I naturally wanted to be a jackass, but I didn't know the answers to the questions and all the stuff the teachers was writing on the wall. And that might have been my way to cover that up because I never understood. I never understood my multiplication still to this day. Um So when it came time to learn pre-algebra, Ross said he was lost and had to figure out another craft he was good at. So imagine when they began going into pre-algebra, A equals E, that shit was like a whole other language to me. I just wanted to walk out of the goddamn what are you talking about? A equals E. What is this? He recalled. So I knew right then while I was sitting in the math class, I wanted to learn to be a great speaker. So that's what made me become a writer. And I think that's why I'm an author now. Um, yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, hold on a minute here. The hell? Hold on a second, folks. All right. Okay. So Ross is likely referencing his latest book, The Perfect Day to Boss Up, A Hustler's Guide to Building Your Empire, which was published last summer. No, excuse me, last September. In the book, Rose offers money managing advice and other tips to help you become a boss in life and the workplace. Although the Maybach music group head Honcho may not know his multiplication, he certainly knows math. The rap veteran has amassed a huge fortune with his Wingstop franchises and other business ventures. Ross owns multiple homes as well. Mathematics aside, check out Double XL's latest interview with Rick Ross as he shows off his vintage car collection at the Promised Land, aka his Fayette, Georgia mansion below. Ooh, that's interesting. Um, that's very interesting. I mean, it's just well, look. I guess the reason why he didn't want to talk about it as much is because he didn't want to be pigeonholed. You know what I'm saying? Look, look, folks. Not everybody is good at math, man. I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. I'm no mathematical genius, man. And who says that you need a fucking who says that you need math like multiplication, pre-calculus, pre-algebra, and all that other shit for a career that you're trying to do? Like for me, I don't need math because I'm podcasting. I'm making a career out of podcasting and creating content. I don't need pre-algebra for that shit. That shit is not for me. That shit is not for me, man. So I just want to put it out there. Okay. Okay. In other Rick Ross news, um, so Rick Ross explains how unpaid Ciroc gig led to Diddy giving him a $1 million deal. So one of the unwritten rules in hip hop is everyone has to start somewhere. That was the case for Rick Ross, who always takes time out of his day to speak about his remarkable journey to the top of hip hop's elite. Over the weekend, the biggest boss took to his social media with a video of him explaining one of his earlier brand um, collaborations with Diddy's famous Ciroc vodka. According to Rose, he initially promoted Ciroc for a while. No, excuse me, for a whole year without receiving a single dime. But that wasn't a bad thing, as Diddy blessed him for sticking the course. I was once an unpaid brand ambassador for Ciroc for a year, plus taking pics, etc., posts, etc. Already a huge artist. Rick Ross wrote in the video following year, Diddy gave me a $1 million check just for taking the initiative and going hard as I did when no one else was. Hmm. Ross continued to explain the secret to brand partnership is to establish yourself as someone with value. People need to show what they bring to the table in order for collaborations to work. When you go to a job and they give you an interview, they actually want to see what are you coming to the table with. Ross said in the video, end quote, what are your gifts? What makes you unique? Or are you just a standard individual that can mop and sweep? Hmm. Ross Rick Ross' mindset of proving your worth has led him to a lot of bags over the years. He has since become an influential brand ambassador for Luck Bel Air, and even recruited Jay Leno to plug their new blue bottle last year. Wow, that's pretty awesome right there, man. Congrats. All right. Okay. Our next topic. Let me see. What else did I even Oh, let's talk 10-year challenge. I've been hearing so much about this shit for a while, man. So let's talk about this shit. Um, so let's see. Okay, trends and challenges have become so popular on social platforms nowadays. Once a trend gets over, a new one starts. The recent trend 2021 recap took completely over the internet. The trend was really captivating, where people shared their 2021 flashback with the compilation of their photos and videos. Now, a new challenge takes over social media, which is known as the 10-year challenge. However, the trend is not new. It it had also gone viral in 2029. No, yeah, 2029. So what exactly is the challenge about? So the challenge is, what is the 10-year challenge, you ask? The challenge is really simple. All you need to do is to create a collage of two photos. One photo of you that was taken 10 years ago, and the other one a recent photo. For instance, two photos of yourself captured in 2022 and 2022. Yeah, 2012 actually, excuse me. Yeah, 2020, wait, 2012 and 2022. This is to compare how you looked 10 years ago and how much have you changed during this period. It's interesting to see the difference. Once your collage is ready, post it on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter with the hashtag 10-year challenge. Um a lot of people have already joined, and now it's your time to take part in the challenge. Um how to do the challenge. So step one, get your recent photo and an old photo of you 10 years ago. Step two, make a collage of the two posts using any photo editing app. Step three, share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other social platforms. You can use the hashtag 10-year challenge. Yeah, this is great. Yeah. I actually saw a friend of mine do the 10-year challenge and stuff. I was like, what the hell? And when I saw it on Instagram, I was like, what in the hell? I was like, man, 'cause I don't even have any particular recent photos that I have or whatever. Some of them are old, so I can't really, and I haven't really been taking any selfies lately because I haven't gone out as much, so that's not really. I don't know, man. That right there, I haven't really gone out as much, so I can't necessarily say that that I've been that I've been out there. So you know what I mean. So speaking of going out, okay, let's talk. Let's talk about some performers. Actually, um, okay, here we go. Hold on a second. All right. So the nation's oldest history black athletic conference, the Central um Inter Intercollegiate Athletic Association, has announced its lineup for several CIAA tournament events. According to the HBCU Game Day website, Big Daddy Kane, Yo Yo, Moni Love, Rakim, and Michelle A have been added to the roster alongside previously announced performers DJ Jazzy Jeff and the legendary DJ Cool. Big Daddy Kane has been basking in the spotlight more recently as of late. In addition to putting and finishing touches on his forthcoming Netflix documentary, Paragraphs I Manifest, he participated in highly publicized versus battle against KRS-One last October. The Juice Crew legend told Hip Hop DX at the time why the event was so important, explained, "This is bigger than me and KRS," he said. "This is about the golden era of hip hop to show that artists like MC Light, Dougie Fresh, Public Enemy, Chub Rock, Yo Yo, Rakim, and Kwame are still putting in work and ripping stages." Big Daddy Kane will rip the stage name again next month when he arrives at the CIAA tournament. The annual affair promises a diverse demographic of alumni and fans, including community engagement, Super Saturdays, step shows, concerts. Staple events such as Fan Fest, Education Day, and Career Expo will again be featured during tournament week, one of the country's premier college basketball and cultural experiences. With COVID-19 cases surging, CIAA and its partners are committed to providing a safe and healthy environment throughout tournament week and plans to adhere to all state and local COVID-19 guidelines and protocols. The tournament takes place in Baltimore, Maryland from February 22nd to the 26th. Find more information here so you can actually check out the link right there. So, hold on. Actually, let's take a look here. Hold on a minute here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to go on to the next topic. And this has to do with, let's see. Hold on a minute. NBA 2K League. Okay. So let's see. Okay, this is according to the NBA 2KW website. Um Details of the 2022 NBA 2K League draft. Um I don't usually talk about this on here, but um yeah. Um yeah, yeah, have been reviewed by the MTA 2K League today for its upcoming 5th anniversary season. The event will be held virtually on Saturday, February 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern and live streamed via NBA 2K League's Twitch and YouTube channels. The 3-round draft will see Mavs gaming with the number 1 overall pick and include a pool of players made up from a variety of places, including unretained players from last season, previous tournaments, and more. The complete draft pool will be announced at a later date. Of course, the NBA 2K League announced today that the 2022 NBA 2K League draft will be held virtually on Saturday, February 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern and live streamed on the NBA 2K League's Twitch and YouTube channels um, ahead of the league's 5th anniversary season. In celebration of its 5th season, the NBA 2K League is launching hashtag NBA 2KL5, a season-long campaign highlighting the top moments, performances, and players throughout the league's history. Since the league's inaugural season in 2018, we have grown domestically and internationally to 24 teams and witnessed incredible moments both on and off the virtual court with the hundreds of NBA 2K league players who have made the league what it is today, said NBA 2K League President Brandon Donahue. The NBA 2K League's fifth anniversary season is not only a tribute to those teams, players, and countless individuals who have been a part of the league's history, but also a celebration of the next five years and beyond. We are thrilled to tip off this next chapter in our history with the 2022 draft. Okay, I'm gonna save the rest of this story actually because um for my sports podcast. I didn't mean to, so I'm just gonna save the rest of the story. So I'm not gonna read too much of this. So let's see. We're gonna get into we're gonna get into hold on a second. I'm trying to figure if I miss anything. I hope I don't miss anything actually. Hopefully I didn't. Um let's see. No, I didn't. I don't think so. So we're gonna go into yeah, we're gonna go into the whole thing with because um all right, we're gonna go into I think we're gonna go to another segment actually, man. Hold on. Hold on a minute here. Hold on a second. Yeah. So a previous segment that I just added is called the movie Man Cave Popcorn segment. All right. Now this is very this is very interesting to me because um as to why um let's see. Um all right. In this segment right here, we're gonna be talking Jackass Forever, right? Um so so Jackass Forever beats Spider-Man No Way Home at worldwide box office. I've been saving this story for quite some time, actually. So we're gonna actually, um, we're gonna, we're gonna actually talk about this though. Um, yeah. So Jackass Forever beats Spider-Man. Okay, for the first time in 8 weeks, a film other than Sony's Spider-Man No Way Home has proved the top attraction in the worldwide chart for a weekend cinema box office. In fact, no fewer than five titles beat the web. No fewer than five titles beat the web slinging adventure over the February 4th to 6th session, but only one is from a U.S. studio. Paramount's Jackass Forever topped the North America box office with an estimated 23.5 and also grossed an estimated $5.2 million in nine international territories, combining for $28.7 million. That puts it one place above Spider-Man No Way Home in the latest worldwide weekend chart. Among the first nine international markets to receive Jackass Forever, UK, Ireland led the way with an estimated 2.8 million, opening in second place behind Sing 2 in Australia. The film topped the chart with an estimated $1.8 million. The Jackass films have always been more potent in North America than in foreign markets, with the latter only accounting for 19% of the first film, Jackass the movie, um 20 no 2002, 14% of the second, of course, Jackass number 2, 2006, and 32% of the third, Jackass 3D, 2010. Global grosses have fluctuated, with the second being the weakest of the trio. Jackass Forever needs to reach um $171.7 million to reach the global total of the most recent in the series, Jackass 3D. Major markets yet to open include the Netherlands on February 17th and Germany on March 10th. Chinese New Year releases dominate on global charts. Um, the weekend worldwide box office is totally dominated by films released for China's New Year holiday, which began last Tuesday, which was February 1st. The battle at Lake Changjin II, the 1950s set patriot war epic directed by um, Su Sui Hark, Chen Cage, and Dante Lamb, grossed $153.5 million from its first 6 days, topping the chart. The original the battle of Lake Changjin grossed 903 million in 2021, the second biggest hit at cinemas worldwide last year after Spider-Man No Way Home. In second place with takings of $111.5 million in 6 days in Zing Wenxiang's comedy Too Cool to Kill, starring Wayne Zhang as an amateur actor who is invited to play a leading role in the film and ends up unwittingly involved a dangerous crime plot. The film is based on 2008 Japanese film The Magic Hour, written and directed by Koki Matani. From director Wen Wuye, comedy drama Nice Views is in third place with 6 day box office totaling $45.5 million. Um, and fourth is family animation Boonie Bears Back to Earth with 40.0 million, including previews. Boonie Bears again life in 2022 as an animated TV series and has now yielded 8 feature films, beginning with 2014's Boonie Bears to the Rescue. Moonfall misses orbit with mediocre 19.6 million debut. The independent backed Roland Roland Emmerich sci-fi disaster film Moonfall got off to a slow start with an estimated 10 $10 million debut in North America for Lionsgate and 9.4 million in 45 international territories for a variety of distributors. Those numbers combine for a global $19.4 million weekend session and $19.6 million cumulatively. Moonfall was shot in Montreal in 2020 under the slamdemic conditions. Stars Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, and Game of Thrones John Bradley as a trio trying to save humanity when a mysterious force sends the moon hurtling towards Earth. AGC Studios introduced Moonfall to Cannes buyers in 2019 and raised equity funding with Emma Rich's Centropolis and CAA Media Finance. Production budget is reported around $140 million. AGC has yet to provide individual territory numbers for international markets. UK/Ireland keeps Sing 2 in tune. UK Ireland was once again the hero market for Universal's Sing 2, delivering more than a third of the worldwide box office for the February 4th to the 6th weekend. The animated sequel grossed an estimated $18.2 million at the weekend, taking the worldwide total to $291.5 million, the biggest total for a U.S. studio animation in the slamdemic era. International accounted for $14.0 million of the weekend number, with UK Ireland delivering an estimated 6.6, taking the total there to $17.0 million, just below the first Sing at the same point of release. The February half-term school holiday should bring plenty more to Sing 2 this month. In cumulative totals, France leads the international pack for Sing 2 with $18.2 million ahead of UK, Ireland, Australia, $13.2 million. Russia/CIS, $12.8 million, and Mexico, $12.6 million. Denmark opened at the weekend with a strong $1.1 million, including extensive previews. Belfast boosted by Antipodes opening. Also for Universal, Belfast expanded from 3 to 7 international markets, notably landing in Australia debut of $646,000 and New Zealand $242,000. International weekend total was an estimated $3.2 million, led by UK Ireland with $2.0 million. International QMA is now $13.9 million after just 2 weeks of international release, well ahead of the $7.5 million earned since November 12th in North America, and with many territories to come. Worldwide total is $21.4 million. Next to open is Germany, February 24th, with Mexico, Brazil, South Korea, and Japan all set for March. Spider-Man No Way Home pushes towards $1.8 billion. Although Sony's Spider-Man No Way Home was toppled from the top of the global box office chart at the weekend, tumbling all the way to 6th place, weekend box office was a solid $25.2 million, taking the total after 8 weeks to $1.78 billion. Box office fell just 30% in international markets. UK and Ireland continued to lead the international league table for the film, now with a heroic $122.5 million. Ahead of Mexico, $75.1 million, South Korea, $62.6 million, and France, $62.0 million. No Way Home is the sixth biggest film of all time at the global box office, behind Avatar, Titanic, the final two Avengers films, and the seventh Star Wars, which have all grossed more than $2 billion. And Golden Boy delivers Siberian film Golden Boy, a sport and crime drama from debut feature director yeah, I'm not gonna butcher this guy's name. So director is proving a local hit in the country, leading the box office for January. Since release of on January 13th, Golden Boy racked up 118,000 admissions to January 31st and 129,000, including Bosnia and Hers Hers Herzegovina. Box office for January was $437,000, $500,000 ahead of U.S. studio fares such as Spider-Man: No Way Home. Golden Boy is a coming-age story focusing on a young man and aspiring football player with a volatile temperament finding his way in tough circumstances. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do this on a frequent basis. So you know what I mean. We'll see what happens though. So I'm gonna actually see. Yeah. So all right. Our next topic has to do with Snoop Dogg. He not only owns Death Row Records, but he also is getting into the hot dog business. This is our black owned trendsetter shot. No, this is our black owned shout out trendsetters right here. Yes, Snoop Dogg is our black owned trendsetter. And for starters, according to this article by the New York Post, um according to a recent legal filing, hip hop star and foodie Snoop Dogg is planning on hawking an Epiness brand of Frankfurters Snoop Dogs. Is this considered cannibalism? Snoop Dogg is apparently planning to launch his own line of hot dogs called Snoop Dogs. The 50-year-old rapper's lawyers applied this past December at the United States Patent and Trademark Office for a federal trademark registration on the term Snoop Dogs, saying he plans to use it to sell hot dogs, various types of sausage, and other products. According to Billboard, Snoop's attorneys filed the trademark request as an intent to use application, meaning the Drop It Like It's Hot hitmaker has not yet launched the company, but has serious intent to do so and wants to secure the trademark rights ahead of time. This is the most recent in a long line of consumer ventures that Snoop Dogg has created in recent years, perhaps inspired by his industrious lifestyle buddy, Martha Stewart. Um, in 2015, the self-proclaimed marijuana affic- aficionado started a cannabis um, company called Leafs by Snoop. Released his own cookbook titled "From Crook to Cook: Platinum Recipes from the Boss Dog's Kitchen" in 2018, and in 2020 he launched his own liquor called um, Indigo Gin, as well as Snoop Cali Red Wine with 19 crimes. But the decision to enter the hot dog business might come as some surprise for Snoop Dogg fans after he made headlines in 2016 with an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, during which the gin and juice rapper learned how hot dogs are made. By the end of the segment, Snoop exclaimed, "This is a hot dog? Oh, cuz I ain't never eaten that motherfucking king hot dog. If that's how they make hot dogs, I don't want one. I'm good." But Snoop's um aversion to the um tubular food might win out in the end. His 2011 Snoop Scoops ice cream brand never saw the light of day. Oh, damn. Damn, that's crazy, man. Um all right, so we got one more to talk about. Um Now, I didn't think for a second that he was gonna own Death Row Records, but I've been hearing so much about it, so I was like, you know what? Let me just talk about this shit. You know what I mean? So, over the past few years, Death Row Records has had some curious owners, to put it mildly. Now, the label is coming home, sort of. Snoop Dogg has agreed to a deal with MNRK Music Group, which is owned by private equity fund Blackstone, to the new owner of the label where he got his start. The terms of the deal weren't disclosed, but a person familiar with the situation tells Spin that it is expected to include the label's catalog. The only thing that's been officially confirmed so far is that Snoop is the owner of Death Row Records brand. The timing couldn't be better for Snoop. His new album, BODR, is out this Friday, and he's performing at the Super Bowl this Sunday with Dr. Dre, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, and more. And I just saw the Super Bowl 56 halftime performance. And like I say, it's pretty dope though, man. You know what I'm saying? And he says, "I am thrilled and appreciative of the opportunity to acquire the iconic and culturally significant Death Row Records brand, which has immense untapped future value," Snoop said in a release. "It feels good to have ownership of the label I was part of at the beginning of my career and as one of the founding members. This is an extremely meaningful moment for me. I would like to personally thank the teams at Blackstone, MNRK, and especially, hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Um, yeah, yeah, this is. This is an extremely meaningful moment for me. I would like to thank the teams at Blackstorm, MNRK, and especially David Kestenbaum, who worked collaboratively um, with me over several months to make this exciting homecoming a reality. I'm looking forward to building the next chapter of Death Row Records. Famously, Snoop first appeared on Dr. Dre's The Chronic in 1992. He go he go on to release 1993's Doggy Style and The Godfather um, in 1996 on Death Row. He'd leave in 1998 to join Master P's No Limit label. However, Snoop remains one of the most recognizable faces from the label's peak era. Yes, congratulations to Snoop Dogg, not only being the owner for Death Row Records, and of course the getting into the hot dog business, man. All right, I think that's gonna do it for me, man. Listen, if you like what you heard in today's episode and previous episodes whatsoever, please feel free to show some love by making a charitable donation to my Cash App, which is G Money Stacks 555. That's $ capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKC, no, CKZ 555. Once again, it's not about breaking the bank. It's all about doing what you can and whatever amount of money you are comfortable giving. So don't worry about having a lot of money. It's not about that. It's about doing your best. All right? Now, speaking of doing your best, make sure you follow me on 17 Live, which is um G Money Stacks Queens, New York. And also you get also follow the show. Also follow the show Off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, all in one word, alongside with my other shows on the gram, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, and of course my review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, and my primary handle on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right. Um. All right. All right. What we're gonna do here is this. Hold on. What we're gonna do is this. Um. This is our stream choices on the go. And you guys know what that is. This is basically about um where you can listen to the episodes on streaming platforms whatsoever. Now, check this out. If if you are on either page, like my primary page, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York, or the show's page, Off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast on the gram, you're gonna see a link that says Linktree. And when you click on the link that says Linktree, it's gonna take you to a place where you're gonna see a whole bunch of audio streaming platforms, and of course you're gonna see a um whole bunch of audio streaming platforms, and including YouTube, which I'm going to get into right now. So here we go. So listen to this. Of course, make sure you download these apps onto your phones, Android tablets, and stuff like that. Um, so check this out. We are on Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and the newly added stream platform is Podverse. Reason FM, Spotify. Don't forget to give a 5-star rating to Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify. And leave us a review. Tell us what you think about the topics, what you think of the show, the episodes, the previous episodes. You just name it. All right. 5-star rating will be appreciated. All right. So we are on Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, and make sure you don't forget to listen to the episodes for Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast on Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the #1 app for music, radio, and podcasts, and last but not least, the YouTube. You go on the YouTube, grab the subscribe button, and make sure you tap on the noti bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes in the air via live stream. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Leave a like in the comment along with the episodes and topics. Share the episodes. Be sure to tell a friend to another friend. Share the videos. Spread the word. Make sure you share. Make sure you download your favorite episodes, all right? Alongside with sharing the podcast along with the audio stream platforms with the link that says linktree/GMoneyStacks555 with your friends. All right. So there you go. All right. Now we're gonna go to our last segment of the night. Our last segment of the night is we have podcast free game mechanisms. If you guys are interested in making a podcast like I'm doing right now with 3 shows underneath my belt, don't worry, I got you back. All you need to do, you need some important equipment in order for you to start a podcast. So here we go. Now, first things first, you need headphones. You also need a microphone. Now, it doesn't have to be anything too expensive. It could be a Yeti microphone. It could be an Voxcon microphone, A800. Now, in case you're wondering where I got this microphone from, I bought this from Target. Now, you can find it in Target. You can find it in let me see. You can find it in Best Buy. You can find it in you can find microphones in Walmart. And also you can find microphones online on Amazon as well. So there you go right there. So listen. You also need a computer or a laptop so you can do your live streams as well. Now, yes, and you need a supported software to do your live streams as well for YouTube, right? So this is where I segue into StreamYard. Now, StreamYard, for those of you who may not know, it is a software that I use to add my YouTube channels on there, my 3 YouTube channels on there, which is G Money Stacks 555, Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition Show YouTube channel page, and Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast YouTube channel page as well. Of course, make sure you subscribe to those channels as well. Now, it gives you the creation tools to create banners, talking points, like where people can find you, where people can follow the show. Of course, the social media handles is in the talking points banner that's scrolling across your YouTube screen underneath the name of the show. So, you know what I mean? And you also need what else do you need for? Oh, you could create your own brand. And alongside you can actually be able to set up an account for StreamYard. All you need to do is type in your email address or the show's email address on there. Once you type in either one, you will be able to see the button that says get login code, right? When you tap on that, you're gonna go to your email address, where it's gonna send you 6 numbers for you to type in. You type in those numbers, those 6 numbers in there, and then you'll be all set for you to set up your live stream schedule of the days of when you're going to actually do this. So basically, make sure that depending on what day you tend to do your live stream, and if you want to invite some people as your guests on a podcast or whatever it is, you can do that. You can also basically make sure that you send the links to people that you have email addresses, phone numbers, Instagram handles, all that stuff. But when they tap the link on there, and then I see you that entered in the StreamYard studio, I will add you to the live stream. So that means you can actually chime in on the topics and stuff like that, whatever you want to talk about and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And of course, like I said before, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channels, G Money Stacks 555, Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition Show, and my review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast YouTube channel page. Don't forget to subscribe there as well. So, anyway, man, this has been a great show today, man. And I appreciate every single one of you who actually took the chance to actually do this, and who actually took the time to actually listen. I appreciate every single one of you, especially those who listen outside of the States, especially Canada, the USA, especially Long Island, aka Strong Island, the five boroughs, including Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, and Staten Island and stuff. So you know what I'm saying. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me, man. I'm G Money Stacks. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and rocking with me. And yeah, make sure you have your hand sanitizer. Make sure you have your you wash your hands with your water and soap. Make sure you actually have your bottled water. And of course, you need Gatorade for electrolytes for energy and strength. And also make sure you stay warm. Because you never know when the weather is going to actually end up being it's going to end up being a bipolar chameleon by switching up and stuff. So make sure you keep yourself warm with some warm tea with some honey, lemon or lime. And of course, if you have any chocolate, you're more than welcome to make some chocolate milk. And if you have any marshmallows, you can add that as well. So that's your installation of inspiration right there. So there you go, right there, man. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning into this episode 116. I will see you in the next episode. I'm going to be out of here, man. So thank you very much. Peace and one love, and have yourselves a great night.